Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Nah, not really. I don't know, I'm just a fucking kid who grew up in the Inland Empire area of Southern California, Riverside. I grew up like any other kid, but it wasn't until about 1990, I was 13 years old, where I actually like started doing graffiti. And here I am now, still an overgrown child, still obsessed with writing my name on walls. It was really mysterious, and you know, there's like obviously this very criminal element to it, but at the same time, you know, there's a real creative element to it that really intrigued me and got me excited, and in doing that and pursuing that, it became just like a journey of yourself, like an exploration of yourself. And it sounds kind of like far-fetched talking about graffiti in those terms, but you really kind of start unlocking these like hidden truths within yourself that you weren't really aware of, and it becomes something so much more, and you kind of open up this whole new realm of like possibilities in your own head and your perception of the world, you know, and that's kind of what happened, you know, without even realizing it. Subconsciously, it becomes like this much bigger journey, you know. There was a kid at school who had a copy of the book Breaking Art, and I jacked him for that book. I wouldn't even know where to get it, you know what I mean? I was like this dumb, ignorant kid. He's the only person I knew. I had to have that book. I fucking jacked his ass for that book. I still have it. It's on that shelf to this day. Man, there must have been 50 fucking kids all piled up on top of each other on the lunch tables at lunch, trying to all look at this magazine at the same time. I think, well, I mean, obviously the internet came along and changed the game for everybody. The internet empowered the individual. Now anybody who's interested can have instant access to anything they want, and you know, at the risk of sounding like a kind of bitter old timer, it's just like easy now. You know what I mean? It's like before, to get a fat cap, you'd have to go. I'd ride the bus all day long, going to all these stores, taking off any aerosol product I could find, and go home and test them all out, trying to find a good fat cap, and then hopefully you remembered what tip you got that can from. You have to go back. I used to store. I'd have like 10 tips and store them all in a glass jar, soak in a nail polish remover, because you didn't want them to clog up, because you fucking make that tip last forever. You know, they were hard to get. Now it's like, you know, you go online and for $20 you get a bag of 500 fat caps sent to your house. Is that cool? Yeah, it's cool, but you know, this element is kind of gone. Everything was so precious, everything was so valuable. You really had to get off your ass and go outside and learn and find things out and seek out the people that had the knowledge, and hopefully you could be cool enough where they would pass that knowledge on to you. Now everything is so easy and accessible, and it's really diluted the culture. That's a corny, really fucking cheesy word at this point now, because all these things that are referred to as culture, there's no fucking sneaker culture, streetwear culture. Give me a fucking break. It's a joke, you know what I mean? Like, there's no culture to be had in like sitting on your ass on the internet and ordering t-shirts and fucking sneakers off the internet. That's not culture, that's fucking gay. Seventh Letter was started by my man Casey Eclipse, who really is kind of like the backbone. I mean, Seventh Letter was like was birthed out of like a frustration with a lot of people kind of stealing from our culture. Basically, Casey just got frustrated watching other people make money off our culture and wanted to do something, you know, buy graffiti writers. All these brands are based on nothing, you know. I don't want to be a fucking hater, but I mean, fuck it, I'm just gonna call it like it is. A lot of these like streetwear brands, like, what the fuck about them is street? You know what I mean? I'm fucking on the run from cops right now. I don't think anybody else is really dealing with that, you know what I mean? That's what Seventh Letter is about, and there's just a lot of fake bullshit out there. I wish that there was somebody pulling these people's cards and asking, okay, who are you? What is it that you really do? You know what I mean?